Whew. It's a Tuesday night live. What's happening, everybody? TK here. As I just stated, Tuesday night live. We're going to be doing just a regular old TK and Drinks Tuesday night live. I did have an interview scheduled, but due to technical difficulties and blaming on supply chain issues, we were not able to pull that off tonight. But we're just going to pull a regular TK and Drinks. Actually, it's not even going to be a really regular TK and Drinks. I'm going to try a new style tonight and do a TK and Drinks, what I put down there on the, I don't even remember what it, Mead News, there we go. Mead News and more. I was going to try and come up with some sort of clever pun name, you know, TK Mead's the News or something like that. But I'm just going to go with Mead News right now. Maybe we don't play with that later on and whatever. But yeah, so thanks for being here. If you're new to the channel, I appreciate you showing up. My name's TK. I'm the host of this wonderful channel. I like to pursue a passion of drinking mead and sometimes other beverages as well on my Instagram channel here, and then certainly over on my YouTube channel, TK and Drinks. I appreciate a follow, a subscribe, like on any of the videos that you watch over there. That stuff does help out a lot, helps the algorithm populate my stuff more in the searches. So, you know, more likes, more love, all that stuff helps the TK and Drinks channel grow faster, and I appreciate that from the TK and Drinks family. Y'all mean a lot to me, so thank you guys very much for that. See, what do we do here on Tuesdays? Every Tuesday when I do my TK and Drinks Tuesday Night Live, you know, formerly the Beers and Bullshits episode, we get into drinking a little something, talk about what we're drinking before we, you know, wax on with the rest of our day about what we did in the previous week and, you know, get on to the content of the rest of the show. So today, like usual, no exception, we are going to be drinking on a bottle of the 4th Horseman Meaderies Burnt Offerings. It's their Bochet Mead. It's a 2019, so this thing's about 3 years old now. And as you can see, I've definitely been well into the bottle. I did a review on this. I've started a little series over on my YouTube channel. Like I said, go give it a follow, subscribe, like, all that jazz. Hit that notify bell if you're so inclined. But I started a series over there called the Homebrew Review, where I've been courteous, fortunate enough to have some courteous homebrewers send me some bottles out of the kindness of their own hearts. So giving them a little bit of feedback, as I do for any of the meads that I, you know, pick up or am gifted in some capacity, just as, you know, like a courtesy. So, you know, that's kind of like, you know, my thing that I'm doing here. So work those cats into rotation. So this is one that I'm also going to be featuring in that series. I just released one today from Hierophant Mead. I can't remember where that cat's out of, but Hierophant Mead. Go check him out here on Instagram. Search Cresham, Cresheim, Hierophant Mead. He sent me a bottle of his semi-sweet black currants, like a 13% black currant with clover honey, and it was pretty legit. It had a little bit of a funkiness to me that I picked up in there, but go watch the review. It's not, you know, you'll see. Go watch the review. I promise. You know, if you want me to, you know, bumble my way across your delicious homebrew or whatever, you know, hit me up, and I would, you know, give you the same courtesy that I showed these folks. But like I was saying, so this is one of the other ones. This would be the next one releasing from the Homebrew Review series over there on the YouTube channel. The 4th Horseman Meadery Burnt Offering 2019 Burnt Offerings. Now this is a 22%, and I don't believe this was fortified with anything. It is super smooth. It is super, you know, toffee forward, smoky from that caramelization. You get all sorts of unique characters from that. Like I said, go watch the review and see what I say. The other thing that I might have done differently, it was a little bit there was a little bit of funkiness in the nose that I'm not quite sure if it was coming from the mead or from, maybe it was like the glass. I tried it from a couple different glasses. I didn't really show that in the review, but just know, yeah, I did definitely check that aroma out in a couple different glasses, because it was you know, smelling a bit funky on there. But like I said, go watch the review when it comes out. Go watch the other review. See what I'm saying. I don't mean funky in a bad way. I mean like funky and different. So, but yeah. So like I said, 2019 Burnt Offering. So it's Bochet Clover Honey, and it is 22%. It is on the sack side, I believe, on the sweetness scale. And oh yeah, this thing is going to be a monster if you ever get to try it. super on the sweet side. Like I said, sack sweetness, sack strength on there, super on the sweetness side. Almost borderline cloying. It has that like really intense flavor right up front, and man, it gets right there. But like I said, it has those caramelization notes. It has those the smoky, that toffee, that kind of some, bit of sourness. It got a almost a hint of like some earthiness in there as well. It says, I got to get you a bottle and try it. Wow, I would appreciate that, Weeping Willow Meads. You don't have to do anything, but if you do send one, I would definitely, like I said, give you the same courtesies I give everybody else. And definitely once I get some more homebrew bottles, I'm going to have to be bombing those out to people all over the country. So it'd definitely be reciprocated once once I get that going, which I got to actually get started on that. I got to start making my mead, my brews I want to send off the Mead Stampede, which I'm excited about that. But yeah, so definitely Fourth Horseman Meadery there in Landis, North Carolina. If you get the opportunity to go scope these cats out. Patriot operated, Patriot owned. So give them a shot. Good stuff, man. See, he says, I just want you to do a review. Oh, you want me to do a review for it? Well, I would gladly do you that courtesy, John. Because I like you, and I think it's fun to do these things. And obviously it's fun to try other people's delicious or sometimes not so delicious and sometimes god-awful meads, like that fucking taco one that I had. That thing haunts me. I guess not haunt me. That's a bit extreme, but that one was definitely not my favorite. So, yeah. But what was I just saying here? Trying a bottle. See, doing the review. I can't remember what I was going to say about that. So we'll go on to the next subject. See, what did we get into last week? It's been, last week, that was a debacle of a live show there. I apologize to that for anybody who showed up and tried to watch that that interview. I was supposed to be interviewing Vince from Twisted Horde Mead Insiders. There was just technical difficulties all around. Instagram wasn't agreeing with us, and it was just a whole headache, start and stop all night long. I felt like a total absolute clown. So again, apologies to anybody who watched that. Thank you for anybody who put up with that. And there was no video post last week because it would have just been chunks and segments and all that. So yeah, last week was a wipe, and then like I said, this week we're calling a mulligan on this one as well. Interview this week we did postpone. That was going to be with Steamworks Meads out of Medford, Oregon. Unfortunately, again, like I said, didn't have a chance to line that up logistically and whatnot. But we are going to definitely reschedule. I already talked to him about that. I believe that cat's name is Ryan. We already got plans to reschedule for April, as March is, I believe, already booked up, and it was time we could get to work. So definitely gonna be hitting up Steamworks Meadery still, or Steamworks Mead. I think it's Steamworks Meatery out of, like I said, Medford, Oregon. See, what else did we get into last week? Another freaking COVID scare with the kid. Had to go. Man, this school is so like, and I really praise my kids' school for a lot of the stuff that they do, because they really take care of us in situations like my son's got some like behavior issues and challenges at times, and they've been like more than accommodating. So I guess it's one of the only shitty things that we've had to deal with them so far. So it in perspective, it's not a lot, but they have very unclear like COVID guidelines and what. So like if you call your kid out, you're supposed to let them stay out for like the 5 days regardless, unless they get a negative COVID test. And then we find out today from the nurse that that's not the case after the kids already missed a couple of days of school, because they don't have clear communication between the front office and the frickin' hotlines and the everything. So like I said, that's not even really their fault. I don't blame them for it. It's just the nature of the beast. Unfortunately, they have to work with the shit that they're given. It's one of them shit rolls downhill things. So by the time that these teachers and principals and everything are holding, it's like holding back a mountain of shit behind them. Whoa, knocking over lights. But it's just frustrating to deal with. So that is definitely something we had to deal with. But COVID tests all came back negative. I'm sure we all just, like I said, we just had it I mean, I'm sure we just had it. Yeah, we all just had it like a month ago. Not even, I don't think it was a month ago. 3 weeks ago it was when my son tested positive last time, so it was in the house. The Omicron, we all got the Omicron, zombie Omicronies, and all that jazz. So now we're all cured of our zombie virus and back to living our best lives. Well, so to speak, our best lives. Got a bunch more kittens in the house. That's definitely not living my best life. Was not my plan, but you know, sometimes Mother Nature has other plans than you not having kittens, such as the plan of you having kittens. But you know, it is what it is. So got a bunch of those in the house, and they're all fuzzy and cute, and it's hard to not, you know, like really like let them get to your heart and everything like that, because you know they're pretty damn adorable at times and all that jazz. But yeah, so they're definitely in the house. And yeah, let's see what else we got going on this week. Oh, I know I've been talking every time people watch these things. I always talk about my Patreon account, but I think I finally got I was gonna actually try to post it up tonight live while I was on live right now doing this. I was gonna go post it and do the post and all that stuff so people can follow along while I do it. But I didn't have a chance before I got home from work today. It got a little bit hectic. I need about like 15-20 minutes to sit down with it and retool it a little bit before it's ready to go, because I have these like, you ever heard the term shower thoughts? Like literally thoughts you have in the shower, like those, you know, just those aha type moments. Had a couple of those. I wanted to like kind of modify it over, because I think it fits a little better than the way I have it now. But like I'm like inspired, like actually inspired to get it going. I have some great ideas coming, so I want to get that focused and going. So probably not gonna end up doing it during the live release, but my goal is to have that done by the end of this. I want to give myself sooner than the end of the week. Today is what, Tuesday? Oh man, I was hoping I have it done by Thursday. Hopefully it's up and running by Thursday. I'd like to be able to get it done tomorrow, but I do got to be domestic after work. Got chores I need to do and shit I got to take care of. But I think Thursday. I think I should be able to have it up and running by Thursday. I might be able to get it done tomorrow night and then post it Thursday. So be on the lookout for the TK and Drinks Patreon page. I've been I've been struggling with how much to put on there. You know, it's the kind of like the name of the game, so to speak. You know, where do you want to put your patron levels? I think the real ticket there is like, I look at some of the other people who run Patreon accounts that I don't necessarily have a Patreon account. Don't follow their Patreon account, but I follow them, and they have a couple, only like 3 or 4 levels tops. And it even says there in the Patreon account, don't be afraid to have multiple tiers. So I was thinking, why not have like 6 different tiers? If you want to have a couple lower end tiers, and maybe why not even have something all the way on to the high end tier? Maybe somebody out there wants to be that baller and drop $40-$50 a month, and maybe somebody only wants to do $2 a month. And everybody's opinion's equally valid at that point. If they only want to end at that $2 level and get the $2 reward and all that stuff, that's the biggest thing, is trying to dole out those rewards so everybody feels like they're getting something legit for their price point, or I feel like they're getting something legit for their price point. And I feel like I'm finally to the point where I can kind of justify. That was my biggest thing too, is before I didn't want to start a Patreon account because I couldn't justify it. I feel like I was going to be able to provide interesting enough content. Like I know how to get higher video quality content, and that's just a money issue. I know if I had a better camera and a couple better lights and a better microphone, all this stuff changes. It looks way more professional. It's going to look 10 times better than it does currently. So I'm not afraid of how that goes. But the quality of the content I provide, I didn't think was up to par until about now. I really think I'm starting to be able to provide some interesting enough content. And maybe if I feel like I've got that pressure that I have to support the Patreon account, I think I work a little bit better under some pressure like that, to be able to provide some kick-ass content. So one of the things I didn't necessarily think about adding it to the Patreon account, but one of the things I've been wanting to do, or been talking about doing, is, and actually my man John, who's here live, I believe right now, one of the things I want to do, we're going to do next week, he's going to join me on my Meeting of the Minds episode, which is we're going to get myself and 3 other Mead makers, influencers, people. John here from Weeping Willow Meads. We're gonna have Garrett from Man-Made Mead over there on YouTube, if you all know who he is, and then Texas Longhouse Mead from, or Carlos from Texas Longhouse Mead down there, and I can't remember what part of Texas he's in. But so those three cats are gonna join me, and we're gonna go through. I believe we're gonna do Reddit on that day. We're gonna go down the list of the different Reddit questions and be answering questions, taking questions live. So reach out to John, Garrett, or Man-Made Mead. Reach out to Carlos over there at Texas Longhouse Mead, John here at Weeping Willow Mead. If you got any questions, if you want to join that, we're gonna be going live on Instagram. That's on Tuesday the 22nd. So yeah, man, I'm super excited. I can't wait either. It's gonna be, I'm jazzed. I think it's gonna be really cool. Because the whole format kind of leaves it open to be free form. We don't have we have a plan, but it's not like a structured plan. So I don't have to have I don't feel like there's some sort of course I'm supposed to be following. I got a way to guide the program, and it's going to be good. So I'm super excited about that one. I hope that's what we can turn that Meeting of the Minds episode into is more of I'd like to have it be more of a viewer participation, but I think having the Reddit questions as a backup for in case there isn't any, and people just want to watch, we'll definitely have something to feed off of and fuel off of, and guide it. Maybe we can pick up themes for different episodes if it's something that takes off and all that jazz. So what are we gonna do tonight to get in prep for that, and something that I've been talking about and kicking about around is doing like I was talking about, like a Mead news type thing. I didn't quite have a format. That's kind of why I hadn't done anything like that or this yet, but I wanted to I follow some hundreds odd meaderies, and I'm sure everybody else out there follows almost the same meaderies, but I'm sure everybody's Instagram feeds aren't quite the same and Facebook feeds aren't quite the same. So I was going to go through some of those, and maybe even like start doing like the homebrew group pages and stuff like that, and just kind of pointing out little things that I find interesting and in the homebrew groups, and certainly in the meadery realm. See, that's more kind of like my lane. Give heads up of, hey, this is somebody's got going on this weekend. These people are doing a bottle release, this and this, or whatever we can do. So I think I'm gonna get into doing some of that. So I got my laptop here, trusty dusty laptop. Well, it's not so dusty. Got my laptop here on my Instagram, pulled up on there, and it's kind of rolled down the list. So like I was saying, here we got the Fourth Horseman Meadery, Burnt Offerings, Bowshade Clover Honey, 22% sweet, sack strength monster. See, that funky smell isn't nearly as prevalent as it was before. Maybe that's because the top of the bottle was, I was thinking that the bottle had sat vertically for a while, and maybe because like when I opened it, the bottle top, the cork broke, obviously, as you can see, but it was the end of it, the inside end was very dry, and I thought maybe it had been sitting for a while. I don't know how long it takes for corks to dry out. I thought that was one of the ways you can kind of avoid that, is help keep them on their side so that oxygen doesn't get in it as far. But if it's been sitting there for 3 years, I don't know if that's typical of a 3-year-old natural cork, and that's why people do synthetic corks or whatever. But so I was thinking that funkiness might have come from like some oxidization that had been sitting there for a while, or maybe it had like this kind of like musty type of aroma to it. But it doesn't have it now, so I'm kind of perplexed. Like I said, maybe it was just something that was sitting at the top of the bottle that poured off and came out. I don't know. So it definitely is a mysterious mead in that way, but it tastes good regardless of that aroma. So swing by, pick up a bottle, pick up a tasting there. Maybe it doesn't have it there. Maybe it's just this one bottle. I don't know. But so on to Mead the news, or news Mead news. I'll say we got Queen City Meadery. I believe they are in Alabama. They are in either Alabama or Arkansas. I think they're one of the only meaderies in there, or maybe they're in Mississippi. Queen City, Oldest, Mead. All I remember is that whenever I look at them on the map, they're always one of the places that's always off by themselves. I don't see why it doesn't have like a contact us on here, but so they do have a mead release. It looks like they got going on. So stop by and pick up one of our 18 bottles we have in stock. Man, that's freaking legit. 18 bottles. 18. Well, I hope they have more than 18 bottles. I think they mean 18 different varieties of bottles that they have in stock. Queen City Meadery offers session and still style to please every taste. So I'm assuming that means sweet, dry. They said session and still, so they got that covered. Now, if we could just figure out where the heck they're at. Location, here we go. Oh no, these cats are in New York. Oh, Queen City. Well, I didn't know that was a name for West Seneca, New York. But so they're up there in West Seneca in New York. So anybody up in that area, go hit up Queen City Meadery. Maybe I could, if I do these in the future, I could, do like a regional thing, have it set up. Maybe like, see, I don't know how I could do that. Maybe I could have like different tabs open or something beforehand. That's kind of like, like running this by you guys because you're the dedicated followers. But yeah, so we'll play with it. I'm having fun with it so far. So yeah, hit up Queen City Meadery. I haven't had a chance to try any of their stuff yet, but I've definitely been following them for a little bit because they have one of those like unique bottles that's all uniform, where everything looks like the bottle label is the same, but they just like change the color of the logo and the color like the font and everything to indicate different flavor profiles. So I like that. It's a nice clean label. So big fan of what I've seen so far from Queen City Meadery. On down the scrolling. So many breweries in my mead too. Oh, Hierophant Meatery's got some. Ooh, they've got it's called the Bentley Cherry Bochet. They're brewing up. This was about from 4 hours ago-ish as we go on here. I don't know if you all had anything from Hierophant. I highly suggest giving their stuff a shot. They're up there in Washington. They got 2 different locations. One over in the Spokane side. One over in the west side, up kind of more in the north almost. It's up a Woodby Island, kind of getting towards Canada. But Jeremy, that dude makes some amazing, amazing meads. They make a butter beer, like the Harry Potter drink thing, the butterbeer mead or whatever they call it, butterbee, I think is what they call it, not butterbeer, but butterbee. I don't know, I haven't had it. I'm not a huge fan of butterscotch, but it's supposed to be phenomenal. I hear people talk about it all the time. On ooh, excuse me, my interview with Vicky Rowe last 2 weeks ago over there on Got Mead, she was telling me about that. Her and AJ and Kevin were all talking about how that one was a pretty legit one, so it's one I want to at least try, I guess, at everybody else's. Whoa! Resetting the whole feed because I pushed a button. Oh, here we go. Lost Cause. Yeah, so Lost Cause down there in San Diego. They're let's see, they got double barreling. I can never pronounce that. It's H-A-X-A, Hoxa, is the A with the umlaut over top of it. Double barreling Hoxa today says for the past 10 months we've had 3 weeded bourbon barrels quietly housed in our delicious raspberry and black currant mead. Now they're getting moved into freshly dumped bourbon barrels for aging. The bourbon barrel aged Hoxa is great, but the double bourbon barrel age is going to be even better. So can definitely be on board with that. I don't know if anybody. If you don't follow Lost Cause Meadery, those cats are doing some big things, making some great meads out there. Definitely put them on your bucket list meaderies to try at some point in your mead existence, because those cats make phenomenal product. If you can somehow get a hold of their one of their Coveter Club bottles, or get into their Coveters Club, their bottle membership, man, you better hold on to your socks, because they're about to be knocked off otherwise. What else do we got going on here? Drinking Horn Meadery. Oh, looks like Drinking Horn Meadery had a Mead and Mutts event. Looks like they had a bunch of see here. Thank you to everybody who showed up for our participated Meads and Mutts 2022 calendar. Oh, that's what they do. That's right. They have people sending pictures of their dogs and they pair them up with different meads and excuse me, I have to get a drink of this mead and pair them up for a calendar. And it looks like they're releasing that calendar, their 2022 calendar, out, or at least is like their release event. I think the calendar's already been out for a little while, but yeah. So those guys up there at Drinking Horn, they're up in Flagstaff, Arizona. They make some really kick-ass dry meads. Everything Evan makes is dry, and I believe he uses a lot of, if not almost exclusively uses orange blossom honey. So if you're a fan of orange blossom honey, you're a fan of dries and fan of technically well-made stuff, go give Drinking Horn a shot, because Evan makes, like I said, a really solid, properly made mead. Ooh. I don't know if mead's good for the vocal cords like that, but I'm going to assume it is. Relax the throat, get rid of the itch and the tickle a little bit. Yeah, buddy. All right, what else we got going on here? Let me know in the comments if you're watching this now or in the future, if you're interested in the TK Meads the news, does the news type of thing, because, you know, I definitely want to polish up the format and everything like that. But if it's something you're interested in, you know, because you don't got a chance to go follow all these different meaderies, or maybe you don't, and it's just been, you know, too hard, and you just don't got time or whatever, or if it's, you know, TK, that's a stupid thing, everybody kind of already does that on their own, and you're just, you know, picking up scraps off the floor and kind of trying to refeed us what we already had. Yeah, let me know, because that very well may be what the, I don't always have good ideas. I don't always have terrible ideas either, but let's see here. Wandering Bard Meadery. They've got a, they named their flagship mead Traditional, because that's simply what it is, just their traditional. I have not had anything from Wandering Bard Meadery. If you have, certainly let me know down in the comments. I believe they're out of South Carolina. I haven't been to South Carolina, haven't been down to actually anywhere in the South and had any of those meaderies. I've had some shipped up. I had Viking Alchemist out of Samaria, Georgia. Their stuff was, they had some pretty good stuff. But oh, thank you, John. Appreciate that. I enjoy your content as well, my man. Ooh, man, that's just not. And I did not grab a bottle of water tonight. That is unfortunate. But so I haven't had that many meaderies from the South, but I'm dying to, because like I'd like to try some stuff from all the cats down in Florida. Odd Elixir, Garage East, Cigar. It was at Cigar City. That's down there. And there's one other place that I was definitely wanting to try. I can't remember who that was. But then, like, you know, Georgia, North Carolina, and South Carolina, you got Retro Meadery once they open. You got Honey Girls out there. Have a good night, John. Appreciate the have a good night. Appreciate you stopping by, my man. Go eat that dinner. But you know, like I said, I haven't been down to the South. Trying to get down there. So Wandering Bard Meadery. If you've ever been there, let me know what's going on with them. They got a new batch of their traditional out, it looks like. So if if you so inclined, go grab a bottle and let me know how it is, because I definitely want to try that stuff out. Let's see, got tons of stuff for all my local places. Hale's Honey Meadery. See, this week they got Wednesdays are $10 cider flights. Thursdays are $18 mixed drink flights. Where to read these cats are even at. Friday night's trivia. Saturday night is Singo, which I'm assuming is some sort of karaoke bingo thing. And Sunday nights are just open. Hale's Honey Meadery there in Virginia's finest. I don't know where at in Virginia. It just says Virginia's finest. So if you're in the Virginia area and you feel like driving out to Hale's Meadery, Hale's Honey Meadery this week, they definitely got some stuff to take care of you over there. See, again, Virginia over there in the South, man. South Carolina, Virginia, all these reasons to head out to that area and try a ton of meaderies. I like when they have concentrations. There's a few areas in the country where you got some nice concentration of meaderies to check out. Unfortunately, you know, some areas are kind of more desertish, you know, as in they don't have a lot. Oh, Big Lost Meadery there in Wyoming. I think they're maybe not the only meadery in Wyoming, but like maybe the biggest meadery, certainly the biggest meadery in Wyoming. That'll agree with 100%, or say 100%, but I don't think they're the only one. But they've got a comedy festival that they do. They run every, I think it's a couple times a month, maybe it's every other week or maybe once a month, but they do comedy events over there. Sam and the cats over there at Big Lost Mead. So if you're in the Wyoming area, definitely, or in Gillette, Wyoming more specifically is where he's at. Go scope him out. Go catch a comedy show. Drink some, what they call it, OTS, something other than standard meads. And, you know, let me know how their stuff is. I had a couple of their bottles. I had the man and the woman, something, now I can't remember what they were. But they were not my favorite styles, but they're good for what they were. So I would love to hear what your content, or what you say about their content. If you've been there, had any of their brews, had seen the comedy show, let me know what's going on with all that, because I am definitely super interested to, you know, hear everybody's opinion about the different places that they go to. I'm trying to get back over to my feed because my internet is slow. Well, the Wi-Fi is slow. Come on, man. There we go. Okay, Big Lost Mead. Brewery. I don't know if anybody follows them out of California, but they have some amazing aged beers, man. You get like a Black Tuesday or a Gray Monday or something like that. Yeah, buddy. Ooh. Let's see here. The cats over at Steadying, if you haven't followed them or seen any of their content, looks like they got a cocktail thing here for Valentine's Day that they posted up. Always love those cocktails. Mead cocktails, they're always super interesting because it's something that you don't see a lot of. I mean, Meaderies do them a lot, but you just don't see them a lot in existence. It's not like cocktail bars serve mead cocktails, which is kind of a shame, but definitely trying to fix that to some degree on my end. Let's see here, what else do we have? All sorts of breweries around here, and the bottle shops are posting their weekly hauls, which is always nice to see the new stuff coming into town. See here, like I said, Western Reserve Meadery, looks like they have a new, I think they're calling it a Moment of Elegance. Looks like they got a new release there. I can't quite see what it says, but go check out Western Reserve Meadery. It looks like they got a new drop if you want to be on the first of their stuff, if you're huge into Western Reserve. I have not had any of their stuff either. I believe they're, again, one of those kind of... Oh, these guys are in Cleveland. See, now there's another area. Ooh, and there's something else to talk about, too. Sugar Belt Mead Festival 2022 is on the books for May 22nd, I believe. I think it's a Sunday. Over there in Crown Point, Indiana. Tony over at Manic Meadery and a bunch of the cats in that area are going to be throwing down at that Mead Festival. Probably some cats from around the country, too. I think last year you had like Lost Cause and Honey Pot, and I think Garrett Yeast showed up from Florida, and a couple different places from around the country, all made out to Sugar Belt. So definitely go give Sugar Belt Mead Festival a follow if you haven't, and if you're in the Indiana, Ohio, in that like area, man, save your May, go get some tickets or whatever we got to do, because that is definitely one event you're gonna want to be at. That's gonna be a chance to taste some of the best meads around. Like if Honey Hawk might even be there from Horace Aged Ale. I mean, if Honey Hawk shows up out there, and you got Manic, and you got Honey Pot, and you got Lost Cause, and you got Garage Yeast, and those are just some of the cats that were there last year. And you get like Impossible there, and you get Standard, and you get Crafted, you get Second City in there, and I think Dysfunctional Delights, if they're still doing their thing, might even show up. I mean, like I said, the list is pretty long list of some kick-ass meaderies. So like I said, go give Sugar Belt Mead Festival a follow, because they're doing it right over there. That'd be really cool to see more like regional mead festivals like that. I know there's one up there that's Sugar Belt now, and then there's Texas Mead Cup. Not that that's a regional thing, but just Cup is in Texas. But this is more of a festival, not so much a competition, because I don't think Sugar Belt has a competition. I think it's just a festival where everybody gets together and throws down and celebrates, and you know, does product releases and bottle sales and, you know, tickets and pours and all that stuff. So go give Sugar go give Sugar Belt Mead Festival a follow over there. Sorry, I got stunned that Birmingham had joined. What's going on, dudes? Or anybody who's watching over there, appreciate the follow. So yeah, like I said, Sugar Belt Mead Festival this year is now finally on the books. If you have the opportunity to get out there in May, go hit them up, because I know I definitely want to. It's gonna be a good chance to get a hold of a lot of really cool meaderies all at one spot. See who else is doing it big. Birmingham just had a release of their Choretto mead. If you didn't see that, right here for Valentine's Day, it's their cherry, I call it like a cherry almond cobbler mead. Go pick up a bottle of that. I had about, I think, almost a case of it last year, and I got like 2 bottles left in my fridge. My wife made me hold on to that because it's her favorite mead, and I highly recommend picking up as much of that as you can. If you're here in the Arizona area, I'm definitely gonna be doing my best to bring a case or 2 in of that stuff as well for events and for the shelves here if we can. But definitely go pick up that one from Birmingham Meadery, because that Choretto is probably in my top 5 favorite meads of all time. It's phenomenal. Let's see. Oh, no, went the wrong way. What else we got going down the line? Talked about Drinking Horn. Caps and corks. Like I said, I got tons of the local places. Oh, Bee Nectar, looks like Bee Nectar's going. They got new brew system over there at Bee Nectar. Looks like they're going to be dabbing out a ton more systems over there, or a ton more fluid out by the size of this system. I see, man, that's some big ass tanks they got over there. If you haven't had like a zombie nectar or a zombie killer, that is a really good session dry mead to go give a shot. Comes in a little 500-ounce bottle. It's got these crazy artwork on it. Looks like there's one that's got like a hipster zombie bee. It's got these like crazy like 80s style like lightning bolt glasses on it and stuff. And there's a couple of them in that same like category that have those like really cool labels. So go give those guys a try if you haven't, because they've been doing it for a hot minute and they're doing it up big. What else do we got going on here? And like I said, Honey Hawk, they've got a new there's a boysenberry mead out. If you haven't had Honey Hawk, they took gold in Mazer Cup this year for sweet mellow with their, I believe it was their blueberry mead. They're just blueberry mellow. So if you haven't had an opportunity to try anything from Honey Hawk or Horus aged ales, do yourself a favor and try some of the best. Kyle, that dude is on a whole nother level of just existence. What else has got going on? I got too many beer stuffs and not enough mead stuffs. Like I said, so if you like the TK does the news thing during the lifestyle, drop a comment, let me know what you think. Otherwise, probably kind of do it intermittently like I do with all my live videos. Looks like Blackheath Meadery, that they've got a 4th mead from their mono varietal series. That's always nice. Love a mono varietal. TK and Drink started with the thoughts of doing, just traditionals and monofloral traditionals and stuff, because I feel that there's so much uniqueness and character that you can get just from the honey and the yeast and the water, and there's so many, just modifying one of those things already increases the, the variables and the output so much before you even throw any other adjuncts in there or anything. So it's always cool to see what people do with, with their monofloral varietals and stuff. So they've got, oh crap, oh no, it went away. Oh, there it is. Phew. See, they've got a Brazilian quince honey. So if you have an opportunity, Birmingham also has a Brazilian quince honey. That is a really, really delicious mead that they make. But it looks like they've got a single variety, solo variety quince as well. It says expresses sweet citrus notes with waxy undertones. Nice. And the other ones in that series are Meadow Foam, the Hua, and Tupelo. So they got some heavy hitters. And then, with the quince blossom. So check out Blackheath Meadery if you can. They got some single variety traditionals that just look absolutely delicious, to be completely honest with you. Microphone Brewing. I like those cats. Silverhand. What do they have here? They've got a strawberry mead that looks like they're releasing here. See your chocolate dipped strawberries and raise you a bottle of strawberry swing with a jar of chocolate whipped honey. Man, that sounds like it's a delicious combo. Are you kidding me? Man, certainly to sweeten up your Valentine's Day. I guess I'm a day late for that, but you know what? Get some chocolate whipped honey and grab a bottle of this strawberry swing. Like I said, let me know in the comments how it is, because I have not had anything from Silverhand Meadery. I believe I'm in talks with them about getting them onto the interview series probably later in the year, because they again have like really cool, unique labels. I like their design style, and those guys. Let's see, I believe they're another one of those East Coast teams. Go here to their webpage real quick. Contact us. Yes, that's usually where you tell us where you're at. Nope, got a 757 area code. If anybody can get that. About us. Williamsburg, Virginia. So yeah, again, another one of those ones that's over there, Virginia. Got Silverhand, and then all those other cats we were talking about earlier. There's that Wandering Bard and whatnot. Yeah, so if I'm going to do this in the future, I definitely am going to have to filter this out a little more. Go ahead and either record it ahead of time and cut out all the BS and just kind of edit together different portions of it. But that'll definitely make it a little bit cleaner and smoother flowing. This is another type of video that I could be offering, but I like the idea of like doing these type of things live. So maybe get a better computer setup. I could do that restream thing, so I could live stream and scroll through there. And then, like I said, I definitely have to have a much more dedicated thing. I mean, everybody can see what my Instagram scroll is. It'd just be not very interesting. Maybe we could have different tabs open across the top and just click across them, and have it set up that way. But you know, you never know. Like I said, anybody want to leave me a comment, let me know what's going on. See here, Honey Tree Meadery. Looks like they're sending all of their love from us. They've got the basic batch seasonal honey variety. They got the bouquet toss. They got the sweet baby ginger, the P.S. I love you, which says, ooh, pineapple sage. That sounds really good. I haven't had a pineapple sage mead before. And then they've got just a premium signature series mead. And Honey Tree. If you have the opportunity to go visit these cats, looks like they're Nashville's first apiary and meadery. So anybody there in the Nashville, Tennessee, maybe over there in West Virginia, Kentucky area, jump on in, get over to Honey Tree Meadery. Again, like I was saying, I really just need to get over to the East Coast and visit a ton of these different meaderies. There's so many places that are clustered all together that are in the South. I don't know why a lot of people sleep on the South. Maybe it's because there's they don't have a dedicated, everybody up in the sugar belt and up in Michigan and Minnesota, they all have they go for those sugar bombs or the berry bombs. They've got their regional style and everything like that. Maybe the South doesn't have quite a regional style. I know that down here in the Southwest there's a ton of dry meads and mesquite and desert honey meads and stuff like that, and a lot of ciders, but I'm not sure what's really going big down in the Southeast, and I definitely need to get out there and check that out. So Honey Tree Meadery there in what did I say, Williams, Virginia? Nashville. Sorry, that was the other place. I was in Virginia. So yeah, Honey Tree in Nashville. Maybe this will even help me learn exactly where everybody's at instead of just seeing their names on the screen, because that's always nice. Moon Honey Mead. Where are these cats at? And some of these cats are probably going to be even out of the country when I end up bringing them up. Yeah, here, like Moon Honey. These guys right here are looks like they're from Devon over there in the UK. Looks like they got some new swag going on. Got a couple new bottles. If you're able to get, if you're following me over there, or if you have their stuff, or you can get it, let me know what's going on. I'm always definitely looking to try some international meads, because again, like when I was talking to Vicky Rowe last week or 2 weeks ago over there on the Got Mead, her and AJ and stuff have gone around and Kevin, I believe, have all traveled internationally and had meads from outside their countries, respectively. So I have not had. Actually, I've had Canadian mead, so I mean, I guess that's technically international. So I guess I can't really swat at that. And then the Dansk mod, Viking's blood, but that one, it's imported here in the States. But I mean, I guess it's technically made elsewhere, so it is a European style mead. But I don't really count that one because not a lot of people. I don't know if people really consider it a European mead. It's not really like a European style. But I don't know. I don't really count it. So, but I'll count the Canadian mead because that was proper. That was that Island Honeywise company up there in Prince Edward Island. They got some good stuff. So give their stuff a shout if you ever get the opportunity. If you're up on Prince Edward Island, or if you're just looking to try some Canadian meads, give them a consider. So back to the feed. Moon Honey. Like I said, they got some new stuff going on. Lots of people doing the chocolate covered strawberries and strawberry and cherries and chocolate cherry theme for Valentine's Day. I don't know, it's kind of, I say played out, but certainly cliche for a reason, I guess. So Hilltop Berry Farm and Winery, looks like they did a gang of chocolate covered cherries. I bet you get some of those if they got them left over on a fat deal. But looks like they got mead that they do year round. So a blueberry mead and all sorts of good looking stuff that they've got here. Blue Healer, Little Healer. All right, I'm on board with this. Virginia blackberry wine. Yes, I'm plum crazy. Semi-dry plum wine, fruit wines and meads, and yes please. So Hilltop berry wine. Where are these cats at? They are. That's always interesting that people don't like put down right on there. Oh, another place that's in Virginia. So, this says Virginia's Rockfish River Valley. I don't know where that's at, but it is what it is. I doesn't have to know where it's at, but when I go visit that area, I'm definitely be checking out Hilltop Honey Wine. They got like 3 different types of blueberry meads. You can definitely believe that I'm going to stop by there. Yes. Back to the feed. Keep on scrolling, baby. Yes. So I'm having fun doing this. So I think I might keep doing it. What else do we got going on? Yeah, like I said, definitely need to cull the feed before I do the news reading. Oh, Fallen Timbers Meadery. Looks like they got some new honeys that they're working with. It's always cool. I always like to see when people are working with new honeys, because new honeys always tells me that if they're doing something new, it means that they got like an inspiration, they got something going there, and always look to try that. I mean, when an artist is working with something new, be on the lookout. They got that muse has struck them, and that's when great things happen. You get boo-boo things too as well, but when somebody's doing something that you can tell that the muse got them, always scope those things out. When people are excited about new honeys, new ingredients to work with, always that way. See, Honey Harvest Meadery out of New Jersey. Looks like they've got some doing some beekeeping related stuff. They got books on beekeeping and related in stock. Ooh, I wonder what they're doing. Honey Harvest Meadery. Yeah. Have not had anything again from New Jersey. Honey Harvest or Melavino. I think they're kind of in that same area as well. But definitely excited to try that. See, 2nd year beekeeper, 5 years of mead making, and oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, see, oh man, small time apiaries that run their own meaderies. That's so cool. I don't have the ability to keep bees where I'm at, unfortunately, but I would definitely be doing that if we had the opportunity. I know my wife's super on board with that. So, Harvest Honey Meadery. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell me where they're at, but as it goes sometimes. Oh no, duh, we just said that they were in New Jersey. Yeah, definitely need to streamline this a little bit more. So Wildflower Meadery, they have such a cool looking, I mean, their place is so big on the inside now. I believe they're in I want to say that they're in Texas, but I think I said that last time and got it wrong too. Wildflower is Oh no, they are in Texas. I thought they were in Georgia last time. That's right. I thought they were in Georgia, but no, they are in Texas. So yeah, but they have this really cool, huge, open style. Reminds me of like a almost like it would be like a banquet hall or something like that. But it's got a really nice, cool vibe to it. Very clean, very fancy looking, but not like so overly fancy you don't feel like you want to go there. It's very like welcoming and inviting. And they've got a ton of different meads on tap. Looks like that's 3, 6, 9, at least 12 different tap handles. So that's definitely some serious meads that they're putting out. Lynn Grove, Texas. So you ever going through Lynn Grove, Texas, definitely swing by Wildflower Mead Company and scoop up some of their stuff. It looks like they had a big old event show up there for Valentine's Day. We got Agger's Den Meadery putting out the Wolf's Pursuit, a dandelion mead. Ooh, see, I've heard really good things about dandelion wine, so I'm assuming a dandelion mead would be a delicious one as well. Where are these cats from? Because they might not very well be from America either. Oh, no, I got a .com address, so they're definitely American. Doesn't have any additives on there, no .uk or anything after that. Find us. How about, yeah, where are you guys at? Pittsfield. Oh no, they're in Maine. So if they're in Maine, they can be found in all sorts of places across Maine. Looks like they are in Palmero, Maine, wherever that's at. But definitely gonna get out there and check these places out. Northeast, there's another spot I want to get to out there. Groensfell and Sap House and these guys here, Agger's Den and Maine, was it Maine Mead Works up there, and is that yeah, a ton of places up there. I guess there's more than Havoc. I guess Groenfell and Havoc is one place. I know there's somebody I'm forgetting. What's the place? Moon whatever. I feel terrible for forgetting, but yeah, so definitely want to make a troll around the northeast for some brews and meadery visits as well. Colorado. Hey, Dragon Meadery, thanks for stopping by. Doing a TK Reads the News. It's kind of going down my Instagram feed, doing a little reporting on what I see, kind of getting a feel for if this is a new thing I want to do. Kind of put together something a little more streamlined next time. It's kind of scrolling right now, but try to get something set up for it. But yeah, Colorado, it's another spot. There's a ton of meaderies you can get to. Go up to Colorado. You get Dragon. You can get who's that other cat that's up there? Not St. Ambrose. They're just right up the way. Of course, because I put on the spots when you can't think of everything that's there. Now, if I was smart man, I'd have my meadery map open, so I would be able to just say, oh yeah, all those places. So, like I said, definitely got to streamline this. I'm going to be doing this version of the show, but there's a bunch of different meaderies there in the Colorado, Denver, just that whole corridor there. If you get down to Colorado Springs, Black Forest, Antelope Ridge, that's what I was thinking of, and then Drecker's down there, and then like I said, you get up closer to Denver and you got Dragon, and Hunnebrook, definitely got to check those cats out too. Who's the cats that's right there? Queensby Brews, haven't had any of their stuff yet. I definitely know you want to check out Dragon. Redstone, because I work with Shane there a little bit at Mazer Cup, and this dude knows his stuff, so definitely be understanding this dude makes a proper mead. You might not like the flavor profile, but you can be guaranteed you're going to get something that's technically sound. Miracle Stag, that's another one I saw up there. There's one more. Hunter's Moon, okay, yeah. So, like I said, you can get up anywhere between Fort Collins all the way down to Colorado Springs. You got, a dozen different meaderies you could visit. And like I said, it's cool that there's these little pockets all over the place where you can visit, and I definitely want to, like I said, put these like regional type things together where I can get out and visit and whatnot. So definitely get some good feedback here on the TK and Drinks news thing. So we might put that together and try to get that going on a more regular basis. Next Tuesday, if you're available, is going to be the TK and Drinks Meeting of the Minds. I've got 3 Mead industry people. Got John from Weeping Willow Meads. He's the curator and moderator over there at the Micro Meads and Brews. John Duncan, the Mad Meater. Man-Made Mead from the YouTube channel Man-Made Mead. His name's Garrett. He's going to be with us. And then my man Carlos from Texas Longhouse Mead down there in Texas will be joining me. We're going to be doing read the Reddit and doing the news and answering questions. So if you want to join in or, you know, pop in, say anything, hey, again, this will be next Tuesday, the same time every Tuesday at about 5 p.m. Pacific time right now. It's 6 p.m. Arizona time. My time never changes. Everybody else always fluctuates. So right now we're doing 5 p.m. Pacific time going on next week, Tuesday, 2/2/22, Meeting of the Minds. Be there, be square. It's all good. I don't expect anybody to ever show up for these things. I know everybody's so busy doing what they're doing. Tuesdays usually most days at Meaderies aren't open, so they got, you know, they're doing the behind the scenes stuff and everything like that. So definitely got to take those days to cater to the customers and make sure you got good product and all that stuff. So anytime anybody pops by, I always appreciate it. Give me some of your time during your busy day. But thanks for the feedback, everybody. Appreciate that. I'm trying to see if there's any one last minute things that caught my eye. I know there was some stuff I saw earlier, and that's what kind of really sparked me doing this again. It's like, you know what? I'm not sure if everybody saw these. So, oh, Moonlight Meadery. That's the place I was thinking of earlier. Moonlight up there in New Hampshire. So, all right, I will definitely put something together a little more concise and streamlined, and a little less chaotic. So, very cool. Thank you guys all so much for your feedback today. It was a couple different people, and I was not even expecting that. So, thank you so much. And I am going to head out. It's been a great night chilling with y'all in and out. I always like to talk to people when they pop in and out. So, like I said at the beginning of the show, I'm TK. This is TK and Drinks. We were drinking our 4th Horseman Meadery Burnt Offerings 2019 Bochet Caramelized or Bochet Clover Honey at 22% and super sweet. It's delicious. Has this weird kind of funky aroma. Go watch the review on my YouTube channel, TK and Drinks over there. Got the homebrew review series going on. Give me a subscribe and a follow over there. If you can, hit that notify bell. If you get a chance, like any of the videos if you so are inclined, because that does help me get populated by the algorithms, more and more views, all that stuff, and helps grow the TK and Drinks universe so I can do more stuff like this and not have to not do stuff like this, because I much more rather do any more mead stuff than this is one of my favorite things to do, even though as stressful as it is at times. I enjoy doing it. So like I said, follows, likes, subscribes, all those stuff here, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good night. Join us next week for the Meeting of the Minds, and be safe, and cheers. Peace.